Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be making a dark, melodic, ambient kind of melody for Don Toliver, Travis Scott. This is actually going to be my first loop breakdown on YouTube, so feel free to drop a like, comment, and or subscribe if you feel like you end up learning something from this video. Alright, well you guys heard the loop in the beginning of the video, so we're just going to jump right in. This is the first sound I used in the loop. It's a kalimba. It's called the Kalimba Signature from the Nami Chapter 1 kit. So this is what that sounds like. So as for effects, all I really put on that was some ambience, default preset, just put it down a little bit. Vinyl, just gave it some warp, some movement. Then I put a delay on it. Pretty sure it's the default preset. I just put it down quite a bit. And then EQ to cut down on the lows. Next I layered it with this key from Analog Lab. It was called Distractions. I forgot whose kit it was from, but I know it was a user created bank. And that's what this sounds like. Alright, for this sound, all I did was put a EQ on it, took out the lows, a little bit of the highs, and then Valhalla Vintage Verb. You copy these settings if you want. So for the third sound, all I used was this pad from the Prince, which is Frank Duke's new VST. It's really nice. You guys should get it if you haven't gotten it yet. This is what that sounds like. And as you can see, all these sounds were it's basically just layers. It's all layers on top of each other. It's nothing complicated. Alright, so on that sound, I don't know if you guys were able to hear it, but there is some automation at the end, and that's kind of what makes it's like a tremble kind of effect. It's really it's like a rumble. It's a better word for it. You guys probably heard it right there in the last clip. As for effects, all I really did on that was ambience again. I think it was the default preset. Just put it down a bit. Valhalla frequency echo. It's really nice for, it's like it just constantly like cuts out low and high. I'm not great at sound design, so I don't know exactly what you would say it. Yeah, it's really nice. And then this is the EQ that's being automated. It's basically just, well, this one is taking out the lows, so then this one is really just kind of fluctuating on the top over here every time the automation goes up and down. That's what makes the that rumble effect. Next, all I did was I put in this one shot from Nami's kit, the Chapter 1 kit, like I said. It's a violin intros, and then I just put automation on it for it to act as like has like a riser effect type of vibe. That's what this sounds like. For effects on that, all I did was Rudy stereo enhancer, the 4 strings preset. I like to put that on like all my strings. It just makes them feel a little more wide, gives them more room. Valhalla Vintage Verb, the usual, just whatever. And then parametric EQ, took out the lows from that. Then I added this one, there's another one shot. It's a reverse sine wave. Really just acts like another riser. And that's what this sounds like. I just thought it fit the vibe of the whole loop and with that really eerie analog sound. The only effect I put on that was a Valhalla Vintage Verb. Again, the usual. Just I like to crank it down to between like 30, 40 for these kind of loops, for like the ambient kind of loops, sometimes higher. Take out some lows. The highs go crazy. Pre-delay. A lot of people say not to use pre-delay, but as you probably saw in most of these, I kind of like to use some pre-delay. It's also nice to mess with the attack sometimes. Now for the last sound, I just used a synth bass from the same one-shot kit. That's what this sounds like. All I did to that was a EQ, just because I didn't want the higher frequencies in the bass to clash with anything else, and then a little bit of the lower end too, because the really low sub was being a little harsh, so I just took down some of that. So yeah, that's basically the whole loop. I just obviously stemmed it out. I like to render out each one of my loops, even if I don't end up changing the key or anything, just because I like to experiment. I thought this one sounded nice by itself, so I'm gonna play the loop one more time for you guys to hear. As for the master, all I put was a fresh air, which just helps with the mids and the highs. I think it's a free plugin. You should go get it if you haven't. Then I just threw on a RC20, this preset from this pack by Flory called Angelic. Probably did a little bit of tuning, but the same for the most part probably. Then I used this Master Deck Classic. It's a mastering preset. I think it's free right now, so if you guys want to go get that, go ahead. Yeah, it's a mastering preset, but I don't know. It's nice on loops. I just threw it on because why not? And then lastly, I just have this EQ just to cut out a bunch of harsh frequencies and a little bit of the low end. Like I said, it was a little harsh, and then even boosted the high end over here a little bit just because I felt like there was too much mid to low frequencies in this loop. So yeah, that's basically the whole loop. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Anything helps. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.